Hey everyone, this is Dark Sky, and we are playing some Satisfactory here, and we have got quite the show for you today. What we got going on so far, you can see off in the distance there. This is my copper refinery over here that's mining up some copper. Over here, I have right here is my sandstone, which is making concrete down there. And you can see like off in the distance there, right there and right there where my little pointer is like two more pieces of sandstone. So, we got some things going. Now, this is my current base right now. And I tell you, I kind of wanted to go small, but, and just kind of keep it simple. But, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So this is the current base as it stands right now. It's getting quite big, and we got all kinds of craziness going on here. If you hit X, we can go into the paint area here, and we can change the paint of this. So that's kind of nice. I like doing the whole painting thing. It's kind of fun just to like make everything just look all nice and pretty, if you will. But what I'm going to be doing here is that you can see that I don't have too much in the way of, the biodiesel or the bio generators here and all that. But what I do have is I got a lot of machines. Man, I got so many machines. So down here on this bottom level, I've been making this is where I'm making my iron ingots. So I had to have quite a few of like iron ingots coming in just for me to be able to offset. So I have three miners down here, all on pure nodes. And so I have three of them coming in. They're both, so each one of them's like 120 iron ore per second or per minute. I think it's per minute. 120 iron ore per minute. So that's three of them. So that means I'm doing roughly about what, 360 iron ore per minute, which is quite a bit. You think it's quite a bit, but man, I tell you, it does not compute to a lot. So here you can see I got all these my different lines come in here doing different things. I have these all split out so that each one is getting basically the 30 iron ore per minute that it requires for it to produce its iron ingots. But as it comes through here and it comes out this other side, and then it goes up my my little waterfall, if you will, of iron ingots, we'll come over here and you can see on the second level that the iron ingots are coming up, and right now I got 6 of these that are coming in, and each one is producing roughly what, about 60, I believe, about 60 units of iron ingots per minute. So 2 of them is basically one miner down there. So you can see I have 6 of them for the 3 miners. And so now this all comes in, and so this one here is my iron plates. So I have iron plates coming in right here. No, sorry, that's not my iron plates. Down here is my iron plates. I get a little confused, get a little chirpsy. It can be, you can't help it. It's just kind of crazy. But this is kind of what I've been just kind of working with. I figured this is the best kind of layout that I could think of to make it. I mean, if you have a comment in the comment section, mention, say, what do you think of my design? So right now I have one set of the iron ingots coming in here. They're feeding these 2 machines. These 2 machines are popping out the iron plate right here. And so then I have the iron plate. I really don't have these ones going anywhere. These are just going back, and they're going back to my little hub area where I have all my boxes and everything of resources. But these other 2 that I have here, it's going up there with the iron ingots, but then I just don't have anywhere for these guys to go yet. I figure it's going to be a little bit, and ultimately, I'm probably going to need to start making that reinforced iron plate. And if we look at iron plate here, it requires some iron plates, and it requires screws, and then you get the reinforced iron plate. So that's kind of what I'm working with. So I'm trying to figure that out right now. And then over here is these. There's like what, 1, 2, 3. I think there's like 3 here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yep. So I have one of them is coming in here, and it's feeding one side of the of these machines over here, and these are my iron rods. Then I have another set here that's feeding these other 2 machines of iron rods, and then I have another set. This other set from down below is set to for these other 2 machines right here doing iron rods. So all the total, I have like 6 machines that are making iron rods. So I have quite a bit going on here, quite a lot invested. And then the iron rods, I have 2 machines here that are pumping out these iron rods. They're going into this. So that means that each one of these makes like 15 iron rods per minute. So together they do 30. So that means that these ones here are doing screws. And I only need 10 units or 10 units of iron rods per minute for each machine. So if I'm doing 15 and 15, 15 plus 15 is 30. Each one of these only need 10, so that means I can supply up to 3 machines with two machines of iron rods. And so we're coming out with these with the screws here. So now I have this one set of screws, but now I have these other 2 machines that, well, I just don't have a need for them right now. I mean, I do need them over there for my reinforced iron, but what I need them also, that means I'm going to need another set of 3, I believe, because I'm going to need all 3 machines to supply 2 machines right here for the iron rods, or not iron rods, excuse me, for the reinforced iron plate. So that's kind of my predicament at the moment. Now, you're probably thinking, man, how do you do this, Dark? How is it that you're able to figure out how all this comes together and do all the mathematics? Well, I'm not a math genius by any means of the word. What I do is I found this site, and it's really interesting. I want to kind of share this with you, and we'll have a peek at this site here. Okay, so here we are. We are currently on this site, and it's called Satisfactory Calculator. It's really quite interesting. There's a lot to it. You can do planners. You can figure out your power planner. You have interactive map. You can look at different game resources, buildings, architecture, structures, items, tools, vehicles, whatever have you. They even have the holiday event for December 25th. But and then they have like the game productions and what goes in the MAM and the awesome shop and all that. Plus you got your blueprints. Now I don't know if any of, like, for instance, the interactive map, I don't know if they keep that like updated or if that's updated to the 1.0. And by no means is this site here sponsoring me at all. I just show it to you because this is the site that I like to use to be able to try to figure out all these mathematic skills. It makes it much easier for me. So what we can do here is we'll go to output, and we add an item to the output, and say, we got a bunch of stuff here. We got a bunch of stuff that we can make, and say, well, I just want to get some reinforced iron plate. So how much reinforced iron plate, what do I need in machines to make this reinforced iron plate? So we can see here that if you have a Mark III miner, which it really doesn't matter because it's it's the basis, so it doesn't matter that this is a Mark III miner. But what we got here is we got one iron plate here. It's going to take 0.2 assemblers, 0.3 constructors. Yeah, you know, stuff like that. You know, the mathematics. So it's going to be a little tough to try to figure that out. But if we go for input and we do add item, that it has the miner and it has you producing one iron ore. So out of one iron ore, it's going to take 0.4 of a smelter and 0.2 of constructor, all that fun stuff, right? Now, if I say if I have like a miner, or yeah, if I have a miner on a node and it's on an iron node, and say it's a impure, right? Well, if it's impure, it's going to be 30. So if I have a 30 iron ore, it's going to take a 0.4 of a smelter, so not even a full smelter to make that. And, you know, it's not really, if you look at that, it's not really worth it, you know? They're at 30 iron ore per minute. And for you to get one reinforced iron plate, it's not good. It's not good. And so what we could do is like, see if we can up this at all. Can we up this? Let's say we go up to 2. We do 2. Yes, we can do 2. How many can we do? Can we do 5? No, we can't do 5. So we go back to 4. No, maybe 3. Wow. Okay. It's 2 is its max. 2 is max for 30 iron ore. But now let's say I go to on my iron ore and I have it on a normal iron ore deposit. And that would be 60 units per minute. So I put in 60. Now I go back to my reinforced. How many can I make with that? Well, maybe what, 4? Yeah, looks like I can do 4. Can I do 6? No, I can't. Maybe I can do 5. There we go. So that is the max for that. So basically you can't do, well, you can do reinforced plate, but it's like going to be very minuscule, the amount that you can make. And with the recipe current, you know, the default recipe, you can make 5 reinforced iron plate unless you found, you know, other ways to like kind of, you know, bring down the smelters and whatnot, so they're not making, you know, going overboard. So anyways, what you can see is that so we're doing with 60 now. All the iron nodes that I currently have, that I'm currently working with right now, is 120. So I'm getting 120 iron ore. So if I go for input here and I set this to 120, now we're looking better. Now the numbers are all green. We're all doing good, you know, except we're doing like 1.5 constructors and 1.5 constructors for screws and 1.5 constructors here for iron plates. But everything else is got pretty much a whole number. Well, now we can go to the output section and say we do the reinforced plates. Now we do 10. Now, if we do 10 for 120 iron ore going up to the smelters, we're going to need 4 smelters per every 120 iron ore, or every pure node, if you will. For every pure node, we need 4 smelters. Well, in those 4 smelters, we're going to have 2 of the lines. We're going to have 2 of the lines go for iron ingots that are going to come over here to 2 constructors for iron rods. Then the other 2 lines are going to come down here and they're going to go to 3 constructors for iron plate. And if we, if we kind of scroll into this, you can see that it says 30 units per minute of iron ingots to this. Down here, doing 2 lines to this is going to be 90 units per minute for the 3 constructors. And you can see how it's like 30 here, 30 there, that kind of deal. So what we got going on here is that we do the 2 constructors for the iron rods. Now the 2 iron rods, constructors, is going to go into 3 constructors of screws. And then this one here, there's 2 lines of iron ingots that we're going to be setting. is going to go here. So you have basically 2 smelters for this, 2 smelters for that. So these 2 smelters are going to be supplying these 3 constructors for these iron plates. And these 2 constructors here are going to be supplying these 3 constructors for screws. Now we're going to take these 3 constructors for screws and the 3 constructors here for iron plate. We're going to take both of these and we're going to put them into 2 assemblers. And these are the big assemblers, not the little ones. Now we're going to put them into 2 assemblers, and that's going to make us 10 reinforced plate. So, yeah, you know, you think about that. Now, I mean, that's only just 10 reinforced iron plate per minute. That's not a lot. And say if you send some of this back and you want to put it into your hub, you know, you're probably going to take one of the lines, which if it's 2 lines and you're doing 10 reinforced, that means 5 reinforced plate is going back to your hub. The other 5 is going on to the next, whatever the next thing is to make that reinforced plate needs to be added to make. Well, 5 is not a lot. So if we end up just doing like, say, 2 of these lines, so say we wanted to do 20. Well, if we do 20, you can see that now we're going to be adding in another input. So we want to up this to 240. And now you can see that, so basically that's 2 miners sitting on pure iron ore nodes. Or that could be a tier 2 miner. I don't know if, I haven't gotten that far yet, so I don't know if a tier 2 miner is can produce more or not. But anyways, so that's basically 2 miners at the beginning of the game. And they are supplying 8 smelters and so on. So the double, you know, it doubles the recipe. We double the recipe, but we get 4 assemblers for that. And mind you, with this theory right here, this is none of these resources are going to hubs. So you have to kind of figure that in as well. So do we have all, you know, 2 sets all going to supply like 20 reinforced plate? Or are we going to do, say, 360, which would be the full, would be all 3 of the nodes. And then, you know, maybe we're supplying, you know, at that point, I guess it would be 30. So you can see that it would be 30 for those, but maybe we're only putting in, say, 25. So that way, oops, not 250. We're doing 25 here. So you can see that that way we get 0.5, the constructor back for iron plate for a hub, 0.5 for the screws going back. Maybe a constructor here for the of the iron rods, and probably not so much iron ingots, but not that you really need it. And so now we're also getting maybe 5 reinforced plate coming back, 25 reinforced plate can go forward to whatever. So there you go. I mean, you can really kind of play with these numbers. There's a lot of possibilities here. And I don't know, like, now say you got like alternate. If you look over here, we got alternate recipes that we can go through. We have like several alternates here. And so if you get like one of the hard drives and you research the hard drive and you go with these alternates, you know, you might get kind of a, you know, a different outcome. So if we did say that one there, let's do 10. And then we're going to do input, change input here for 120. And then we're going to change the, we're going to add an input here of the copper ore. And we're going to put in, say, 30. Nope, not enough. So we can do an imp here. How about the normal? There we go. So we can do normal. But you get some like really strange numbers here, you know, like 1.0 1, 2 of a smelter for copper ingots, you know, stuff like that. And that's just to make up for 2 assemblers. So, you know, you can kind of play with the numbers, see what you come out with. You know, maybe you get something good, maybe not, you know. But let's get back to the game. Okay, and here we are. We are back on Satisfactory, playing it and having a good old time. It's really weird. Everything's like a weird green. Oh, there's a slug down there. I was wondering, I kept hearing this high-pitched like sound going on. Let's go down there. Let's collect that slug. Let's get that slug. I want to kind of get that guy out of the way anyway, so I can stop hearing that, like, that weird drowniness going on and on. Oh, that did not feel good. I didn't think it was as far, but oh, there we go.
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving fixit production line efficiency. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Okay, and then I thought I saw another one. Now I look over there, I can see that there's like something crashed up there on that corner. I don't know, we'll have to go check that out. But down here, I can see that there is a slug right here. So grab this little guy. One less noise that that thing makes. What is this over here? Looks like gold or something. Deuterium ore. Oh, that's cool.
Unknown metal collected. This metallic element is showing properties similar to those in Group 11 on the periodic table, such as high conductivity and malleability. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
All right, let's go check it out in the MAM and see what kind of new treasure we found. I see there's another slug over there, but I'll have to get him later. I'll have to build something, maybe a bridge or something across here to be able to get to that. And then I think it wasn't one up there. There was like, it looked like there was something crashed on the side of the cliff. So we'll have to check that out as well and see what that is. But let's get up here and, oh, where was it? Oh, it's right there. Okay. So the slug is like right in this area, and then a little bit higher up is that little crash site thing. Okay. And it looks like from here, it looks like there's a slug like right there on my pointer. So, but let's take this to the MAM and go and see what the computer's got to say about this. There we go. We gotten any of these? Okay, we gotten a few of these. It looks like I got to get 5 of those. I'm not sure how I make that yet. Here's the Caterium. Let's check this out. See how what comes about this.
The metal has been named Caterium after Fixit's greatest CEO, Katerina Parks. It has been added as a viable alternative to gold in industrial applications, specifically in advanced electronics due to its superconductivity, malleability, and corrosion resistance.
It looks like that you can have it go towards a lot of different things. So new shop products and quick wire. Okay. And then we get a zip line. Oh, that'd be fun. I can see I get in a lot of trouble with a zip wire. And then stun rebar. Okay, that's cool. And then Caterium electronics, and who knows what that's for. Okay. And we don't have that yet. We haven't found that little guy, but we found these power slugs, so check that out.
This semi-slug, now dubbed power slug, is early in its life cycle and has retained only part of its potential energy storage capacity, giving it its blue color. Power slugs are capable of extracting latent energy from their surroundings, including through a form of photosynthesis, and preserve it in their porous semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime. This explains why they rarely move after having found a suitable location.
All right, so it looks like we can do some overclocking of our production. That would be pretty nice. I could definitely get into that. It looks like I need some kind of a little jar or something. Here's yellow power slugs for that, and blue for this one. Slug scanning. Oh, that'd be kind of nice. So let me see here. Whoops, wrong button. So that's that. Let's see. We must not have. We have. Oh yes, we do. Okay, here we go. Let's get these here and see if we can't do some more research here. Let's get this one knocked out.
Power slugs extract latent energy from their surroundings to sustain themselves. By tuning the object scanner to the particular potential energy signature, it is now able to locate them against the background environmental static.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. So what is that over there then? It's like some kind of a weird jar or something. Let's see what that is. So this here power shard. Oh, it takes one slug, huh? Oops, I got it. Stop hitting the wrong button. So let's craft this guy. And then we need some more plate. Got that plate there. And let's go back to the MAM. Let's do this overclocking thing.
Overclocking development completed. Power shards can now be inserted into all buildings to increase input and output speed. Underclocking is also possible. Note: power consumption of overclocked buildings increases exponentially.
Oh, that was pretty cool. So we could probably make our machines even do more than they're currently doing, just with that little bit of overclocking bit. So that's pretty neat. You see how that works on this this smelter. I mean, I know I don't have one of those little jar things, but look at that. So it kind of pulls it out there. If you wanted to, you can move the bar so you can underclock it. So when we were looking at that site and it was saying that you could do it at have one machine at 1 and then the other one would be like 0.12. I guess this is where you could put that 0.12 instead of having 100%. You could just put in 12%. And so then there it goes at 3.6 per minute. So we're doing, that would be the 1.12. That's how we'd be able to kind of figure that out. Or if it said 1.5, you'd have one machine running at 100% and the other one's running at 50%. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Now you can also put in those little power shards, and those power shards we can up it to 150, 200, and 250%. So that's pretty nice. Now you got to keep in mind, you can see here that it's 4 megawatts right now for power. If we up this to 150, it might be like 6, and then after at 200, probably be 8. But if we were to drop this down to 50, it should be 2, right? No, probably has to wait there for a while. It has to like do a load or something. I don't know. But I would think that that's what it would do. I would think it would drop the power, the amount of power that it needs to do that. So that's pretty cool. We'll have to find more slugs and kind of, change that a little bit. I wonder if there's enough slugs out there if you wanted to overclock like everything, I don't know. You can make a lot of buildings. Is there going to be like enough slugs out there to power everything? So I'm guessing you kind of want to just figure out what it is that you want to overclock and use it sparingly. Don't go too crazy. Now you can underclock, of course, but don't go crazy on overclocking, because imagine there's only a certain amount of slugs out there, like I said. All right, so anyways, what we got going on here is we have these machines here. These are making the iron rods. These are making screws. It's a very screwy situation. So what we got here is we got this one here, and we should have one over here that is making screws, and that goes towards 3 machines that we can make over here for screws, and that's the 3 that we're going to have go over here for 10 per minute. Now, I've been thinking about this. I've almost come to the conclusion that for you to really get like, ooh, don't go over the edge, for you to get everything that you need, we're gonna have to have a ton of machines. I mean, I have 4 machines here that are making these iron rods, but I had to add 2 more, so now I have 6 machines that are making iron rods. But if I have these 6 machines here that are making these iron rods, and that it's 2 machines for every 3 machines to make enough screws to make just to supply 2 of these machines down here, these big machines, to make my reinforced plate. If I decided I need that 10 per minute is not enough, I don't know. I'm gonna have to make almost like an entire floor that just works on making iron rods, and then a whole nother floor that that works on just making iron, like make screws, just to be able to supply, say, like 6, maybe 8 of these big machines just to make the reinforced plate. I don't know. Goodness, it seems like a lot, right? So, well, we'll work with it. We'll see what we come up with. If I have to, fine. I'll make it a little bit bigger so that way I'm able to, come out ahead on this. But ooh, I tell you, boy, it's gonna be rough. Let's see here. So let's change that to screws since I'm right there. Don't back off the edge. That could be bad for my health. And let's see. We want to put down another constructor here. So right there. That one screws. And then we're going to need to put down some more. Now, if you look at this, you can do, there's different build modes. You can do the default, which is where you just place down like one foundation at a time, or you can do vertical, where you have the foundations go up or down. And then you have zoop, and zoop is make it so that you can you can put down the foundations, and you can, kind of lay them out as many as you want, kind of going outwards, so you can lay down like a whole line of foundations all once. Makes it kind of handy if you're doing a lot of fast building and whatnot. Okay, so we have that. Let's set this one here. That one's going to screws. That's screws. And that one's already set to screws. All right. Now we can get rid of this. Now these 3 here are going to be supplying that over there. So we have to keep that in mind. Let's get some layers down there so that we can work with that. All right, now we need to bring down, this should be, let me see. Yeah, so this is the income, or the, not the income. This is where it's coming in. This is where it's going out. So let's see here. So I want to bring in, not that, I want 7. Okay, so 7, bring that down to, let's bring it down to the floor. And let's do that there. And then that as well there. And bring that right there to the floor. All right. So now that we have those three, these two. Oh, those are screws too. Okay. So it's these two down here that I want. So I want to bring in, so we want to do 7 here. Bring that down. I think I'm going to bring it out to the side. And then I'll do the same thing on this side here. Bring that out to that side. And then I want to bring out this here. And let's see here. We want to go... Darn little, like, peanut guys, man. I tell you, they really just get in the way, don't they? Alright, so I want to bring this down here. I want to bring this all the way down as far as I can. Ultimately, I want to get this thing off the ground, but I haven't really figured out how to do that yet. Alright, so that is bringing that in. Let's see, we're going to do 5 here. I want to do a merger. I'll put that right about here. And that is going to merge in right there. There we go. So now we're bringing all that in. Yeah, that looks kind of nice. Big old line, long line there. Now on this one here, I want to do a splitter on this. And I'm thinking I want to do it like right here. And let's see. Maybe right about there. So I want to bring in this one here straight. Hopefully that goes straight. Thanks. Thank you. All right. Now we bring this back to about the middle of that. And then we'll bring it back 2. And then we get a nice little 90-degree curve right there. So, it looks pretty. And let's bring that back about there. And we'll bring that in. All right. That looks pretty. I like that. Now, if we bring this in here, say I want that to connect there, so I'm going to bring this in about here, maybe a little bit further back, maybe right there. That way I can get a second corner out of this right there. There we go. Nice straight lines. I do like straight lines. Everything looks very uniform, everything looks, just right. Now on these ones here, we want to bring down, we're going to bring down these 3, and then we're going to bring these over here to these machines. Now I really got to figure out how I'm going to go about this, because if we look at this, first off, let me peel this up so I don't fall off. Now if we look at this, we're going to have a machine here, or we're going to have a drop here. And this is going to be probably taking the iron plate from over there. Okay, according to our little design that we have going on here. Okay, so according to that little design that we have going on here, we're going to need 3 machines of iron plate. And we're going to need 3 constructors, or 3 machines of screws to make up for these 2 machines here. So here's kind of my dilemma. This is where we really seem to have to like kind of expand a little bit. So how many machines does it take? It takes 1 of these coming in to make that. So we do have another set of material that's coming in. Let me see here. How do we do this? So let's go up top, actually. Let's go up top first. Let's fix that. Later on down the line, I really got to go through here. And I mean, this is looking really shady, really bad, because it's just, you know, stuff kind of all over the place. You know, you see that. I really want to fix that up, make that look a little bit nicer. You know, right now it looks yeah, not so great, right? Not so great. So let's put in some more foundation here. And do that there. And some more foundation there. There we go. And then what I want to do is I want to pull this. No. That's not what I wanted to do. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Dark Sky, come on. Think. All right. So what we want to do is we want to take out the center section here. And we want to put in production, construction. We need to put in another constructor right here. This is we want it to be feeding in the middle and pull out on the edges. Right? Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. So turn that one around and do the same thing on this side. All right, there we go. And then we want to bring down, say, okay, this is going in. So we want to bring this in down here and maybe just pop it in like right there. Pop it in right there. Like I said, it looks ugly right now, just the way that everything's all kind of stacked on each other. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back through this. I'm going to kind of clean it up a little bit and make it look a little bit more presentable. Right now, not so, not so much. Yeah, it's a little crazy. But you know, that's what happens when you get in the building. You just build, and you're not really paying attention to beauty and all that. You worry about that afterwards. Okay, so we got that. Now let's bring. Oh man, I tell you, that little peanut guy, man, he's all over the place. Okay, we got those two there. All right, so what we got here is if we have this one that's not working and that one's not working, so we can use these machines here to pump out stuff for these over here. That'd be good, right? Let's do it like right there. And that looks good right there, and that looks good right there. All right. And we want steel plate. We'll put steel plate on this little guy. There we go. Now, see, I don't know what I'm going to use this steel plate for. I think I have these two steel plates actually going down and just pumping up my hub. Right? Yeah. So both of these steel plates right now are just going down there, and they're filling up the hub. So they're not exactly crucial at the moment. I mean, we can do a little bit more. Oh, I can see that I'm gonna have to push those out a little bit, huh? Hey, there's a little guy right there. All right, so now that we have that, let's see here. I should have brought those up higher, huh? Yeah. Yeah, let's do that, actually. Let's bring those up higher. 7. And let's bring it up right about there, and then right about there. Yeah, that looks about right. Because I'm gonna have to do some finagling with this. I tell you, I got stuff kind of just going everywhere. Oh man, I need to streamline this a bit better. It's really it's really ugly at the moment. Let's see. Let's see here. If I can just stand on the edge and look at this for a minute. So this one here is going down that way. And That one is going down that way. And then I have that one going over there, and this one's going down there. I guess it's all right for now. It just looks bad. So it just doesn't look right. All right, so let's get this here, and I don't know. We're gonna stick this like right here, I guess. Let's go high with it, and then we're gonna bring this around. It's gonna look real strange at first, but you know, just work with me on this. So we're gonna bring that up here. Oh, I can't turn it, huh? Okay. And then can I bring that into there? Oh, I should probably. Oh man, I just so much spaghetti. Oh, so horrible, right? So horrible. What am I making here? Making a mess. That's what I'm doing. All right, so we have this here going there. 1, 2. We want that to be right about there if we can. And then have that cut into there. And then we can put in this 6. There we go. I'm definitely going to have to like go through and reorganize this a little bit better. Is pretty sloppy right now. Pretty sloppy. And my OCD, I don't know. I don't think it can take it. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this down here. So I'm thinking, what do we do here? We're going to have to bring in each one of these lines. How much do these lines produce? I got to be able to get up there. So each one of these is doing 20 per minute. Okay, so that works out good. That means if I'm doing 3 of them, that should do 60 per minute. So that should work out pretty good, right? Pretty good. I am going to bring in, let's do a line right here. You know, bring that out to about right there. Yeah, that looks good. And then we're going to put in, see, we want to put in a merger. So we'll put a merger in right about there. And maybe right there. There we go. And so this here is going to go from here to there. I don't like that way it cuts, but that's all right. I'll go back through it. I'll clean this up. But, you know, let's just get it going. Let's get it, you know, looking somewhat decent, I guess, at the moment. And then cut that in right there. There we go. That should work. And then let's see, we want to do 5. No, we want to do 6. And make sure we don't fall off the edge. And I'm thinking right about there because it's got a nice little line for me. So let's we'll work with that. I mean, we'll use its best judgment on this. There we go. So we have that. Now what we need to do is get that brings that in. Now I need to bring in the screws. So we have, let's see, we can bring this down. Say like right about here. And so now here, and I'll go back 2 so I can get that nice 40 degree or 90 degree rather. And then I'm going to put in a splitter here. I want to put that splitter in like right about here. Yeah, that looks about right, huh? And then we're going to take this, we'll take that across. There we go. That looks good. Now, is that coming across here? Oh, I can't even see it. So this is going up there, but it's not producing anything. See, now that's supposed to be 60. These things are producing 60, right? Oh, they're dealing with 40. So that means that that line there, oh, it has to be a 120. Ooh. I needed to hurry up and make me a 50 steel plate here so we can get this logistics Mark II, and that'll give me the what I need. Oh, but it's getting ugly down here, I tell you. Oh, I need something that it helps with clutterness, because I've got so much clutterness here going on here. All right, so we want to bring this down here, and let's do like right there. And this guy here, I don't know what to do for the time being for him, because I only just want to do one at the moment. And so I'm going to bring this down here. I'm going to bring it. Do that there. No. Try again. How about? No. Gotta turn. It's gotta turn. There we go. I don't want there, but I'm thinking right about here. Maybe right there. Yeah, like that. Oh, man. Maybe that's what I gotta do. And I'll just bring that up to that. All right. That'll work. That will work for the time being. We can get rid of that there. Just make it look like it floats. Get rid of some of these things here. We can actually walk around here without running into these poles. Now, I'm currently, you see up in the upper right-hand corner, I'm working on Logistics Mark II. So once I get the Mark II set up, I think that I can start like kind of working, making things look nice. Because it gives me like what I like to call the like a belt hanger. You know, I can have it at different levels and everything like that, kind of like this, but then they straddle the belt, so that way it makes things look, you know, just that much more nicer. So what do we got going on here? This that's all coming down on that side. How's this? Do I see anything coming down here? But anyways, yeah, you can see that this is currently where I'm going, and I got things kind of just going here, and things are working. Once we get things a little bit more going, I think, yeah, I'm obviously going to be needing to build that space elevator soon if I want to expand past upgrade 2. But see here, I got right now. So as far as selecting milestones, I got the jump pads I got to do, and then I got the Logistics Mark II, which gives me the Conveyor Lift Mark II, which is going to be nice. That's going to give me 120 resources per minute. I get the Stackable Conveyor Pull, which is nice because it straddles the belts and makes things a little bit nicer, I think. And then we have the Conveyor Belt Mark IIs, and that does 120 resources per minute, but it requires the use of reinforced iron plate to make these conveyor belts. So they're a little on the expensive side. Now we have to complete the space elevator phase 1 to unlock this tier. So for us to get to this point, we're going to have to make the space elevator, which requires us to have lots of material. And we're going to need a pretty large space. I looked at how big the space is required for the space elevator. It's a 7 by 7 tile. So we're going to have to really expand out. I'm thinking I might just expand out like right here, the 7x7, and just put the space elevator out in this area. And then I'll just run stuff down here, like maybe down the ceiling or maybe up above. I don't know. But something like that. I'm going to run it down this way, and then that way it'll just go straight to the elevator, and I won't have to worry about that. But yeah, so this should be pretty interesting. We got a lot going on. Got a lot built so far. Things are happening, and you know, I want to thank you everybody for coming out and joining me on this adventure. Yeah, we've come a long ways on this adventure, and can only see that it's going to get bigger and bigger. So I mean, there's going to be a lot to this. It's going to be huge. It's going to be real huge. But I want to thank Dark Sky patrons and channel members for their support to the channel. Smash that subscribe button. If the subscribe button isn't pressed, the chances are YouTube has been having some issues where it's unsubscribed people. So double check, make sure that it doesn't say subscribe, or it's not red. You know, if it is, then smash that subscribe button. Also hit that like, let other people know that you're enjoying this content, and by doing those likes, it's just a way for them to see that enjoy the content, and you would like for them to share the content as well with them. Comment down in the comment section, let me know, tell me how bad my spaghetti is right now. I tell you, it is nuts. But yeah, you know, I'm getting there. You know, I just need a few things, and I think I can like kind of make it a little bit better looking. But yeah, you'll find more information in the description about this game, as well as where to purchase it or to wish list it. And I hope to see you on the next one. You take care now, and bye bye.